from station WDWL TV, broadcasting from Studio A, located on Grumpy Old Man Road. And it's the Grumpy Old Man. Oh, that's me. And the Grumpy Vulture Show. Take your bow. Oh, a nice graceful one today. All right, look at the camera, both eyes. Oh, forgot to turn the camera light on. There we go. Okay. Friends, you will never guess. Sylvia strikes again. Yeah. This morning, I'm looking through my emails and I see Allstate Protection Plan. And I was like, what the hell do I'm done with them idiots. Well, I may be done with them. It's Sylvia ain't done with me. And the email read, as of 10/28/24 midnight, your extended warranty coverage will be canceled if a test of the TV and a photo of the 58-inch Hisense Roku TV serial number are not provided. Cordially, Sylvia. Well, this doesn't come as a surprise. No. Because like I told you, if the TV did not sell before the end of the month, I knew this was coming. Because I told you, I refused to open that box. Now, God forbid the damn, screen is cracked on it, but believe me, I ran my hands over every square inch of the front and the back of that TV box. The only moving in the box. So if the box was dropped, it would show evidence of it being dropped, which it does not. Every corner is perfectly square. There's no damage front and rear, so I'm gonna give it a 99.9% chance that there's no damage to the TV. I refuse to open the box because I've got it advertised as an unopened box. Now, the only way to test the TV and get a picture of the serial number is to open the box and remove the TV from the box. I'm leaving it factory sealed. Now, the only coverage that is going to get canceled is the extended 2.5 year. She says nothing about the original 1 year from the manufacturer. So, as of the 28th, if I don't sell a TV by then, which it's obvious, unless somebody dashes in here tomorrow, I have a couple of prospects, but they're wavering. They made me an offer. I said, you lowballed the fuck out of me. Of course, everybody's argument is, well, you got the fucker for free. Well, not really. Because I had to pay for the RCA. I did not get my money's worth out of the RCA TV. So, I'm not really getting it for free. It's a replacement under warranty, which I paid for. The only thing I'll fight her on, and it's probably not even going to be worth the argument, the 2.5 years money-wise that I'm due. So I'll give it a shot. If they turn me down, screw them. It's it's a dog and pony show organization. They're a bunch of, weasels. They all act like sewer rats. So, at this point in time, I had a good fight. I enjoyed the fight, but I'm not going to battle over what it's going to amount to between 40 and 50 bucks. Yes, I could use the money, believe me. That money would buy me some groceries. I was about to say a lot, but $40 you can carry in one plastic bag today. God, the other day I went to the store, it was $38.50. I had one bag. One fucking bag. Which is disgusting. Back, I always say, my time back in the day, $50 would buy you a lot of groceries. A lot. Not today. When a can of coffee averages 10 bucks. So if you buy a can of coffee, you pick up a quart of half and half, a half gallon of milk, loaf of bread, you're at 40 bucks. So, yes, I could use the money. I haven't totally said I'm going to give up the fight. We'll see how receptive they are. I'm probably going to write a detailed email as to why this is happening. They already know I bought another TV. I told them. So they know this TV is sitting unused. The sad thing is, I can't return it. Now, I've had friends tell me, yes, you could take it to Walmart, tell them you lost the receipt, and they'd probably give me a store credit. They're not going to give me money in my hand or money on my card. I might get a store credit, which I could use for groceries and amenities, but I'm sure somewhere the serial number of this TV is registered in the system as a replacement. So if they look it up and they find it as a replacement, I'm not going to get anything. Because they don't have, let's make a trade. I'll trade you the TV set I got for free. You trade me some groceries. Don't work that way. Unfortunately. I am negotiating with the two people that are interested in buying it, but like I say, both of them lowballed the fuck out of me. I'm not giving it away. Probably part of the reason of being too honest, putting in there, it was a warranty replacement. But then people ask you 9,000 questions. Why are you selling a brand new TV in the box? What's the matter with it? Is it stolen? So I was honest. I put in the ad, warranty replacement. A TV I did not want. And that's the truth. I didn't want the goddamn thing. They jammed it up my ass. I should send them the proctologist bill for them having to remove it from my ass. It's bullshit the way this outfit operates. Then I've been paying. I have been paying attention to eBay. which there's a drop-down box that comes in that says, do you want extended protection? And I never paid attention. I just would click no, proceed to checkout. Well, now, every purchase you make on eBay, a drop-down box comes in asking if you want warranty protection. And it says, all state protection plans. Well, we know that's square trade. Yeah, I mentioned it the other night when I purchased the HDMI cable. $8.99 for a cable. 3-year extended warranty, $1.99. Yeah, like I'm going to buy extended warranty on an HDMI cable. Right. But I also stopped to think, how many people are giving their money away by going, oh, extended warranty coverage on a cable. I had a cable go bad about 10 years ago. Yeah, I'm going to buy the extended warranty coverage. And then at the end of 3 years, the cable's still working fine, and Allstate gets your $2. And over time, how many people on eBay are buying the extended warranty? You can buy anything on eBay. Buy a toaster. Oh, extended warranty coverage, $2.99 for a $14 toaster. Yeah. Although, the way shit's made today, who knows if the goddamn toasters are going to last 2 or 3 years. You can't trust anything. Every time you go to make a piece of toast and you click that lever down, are you going to get toast? Or is it going to burn out? Yeah. I told you about the car my buddy bought for his daughter. The car had 1,000 miles on it. The transmission took a shit. You can't trust anything today. It's sad. Back in the day, our grandparents bought a radio. That monster of a radio my grandparents bought, that RCA, they expected it to last at least 25 years. That radio was almost 50 years old. And it was still working. I should have taken that goddamn thing. At the time, to me, it was another dust collector, which in a way it was. But I would have loved to have that radio being over 50 years old and show it off to people and go, look, turn it on and get a radio broadcast. Not to mention, it had the neatest dial. Oh, it had the tuning and the volume, but then in the middle, it was, I never saw a radio back in the day like that had presets. You would preset a station, and it had like a phone dial on it. Each button had your preset, and you would just dial it, and it would just... It was the neatest goddamn thing. I should have kept it. It was an AM, and it had 2 shortwave, because they didn't have FM back then. It was an AM, and it had 2 shortwave channels on it. And it was cathedral style. But it stood about 5 foot tall. Because my grandmother would have it at the edge of the couch. And she would just lean on the arm of the couch and the radio was right there. Of course, the speaker was down at the bottom. But every time I think about it, I could kick myself for not taking it. Because it was offered to me. And then my parents sold it to an antique dealer for next to nothing. But it still worked. And if a tube would have burned out, you could still buy them. You had to go online to get them, but you could still buy them. And who knows, that radio could be working today. I could have it. It was a dumb move. Not to mention it would have been a wonderful memento of my grandparents. Because it was the first big purchase that they made. They were given most of the stuff in the house when they got married, they were given. But they bought that radio. And then years later, they bought a TV. I told that story, So, I could kick myself hurt. But that showed the pride in workmanship. Of course, it was made right here in the United States. There was no such thing as importing all kinds of components from overseas. Every component that went into that radio was made here in America. Resistors, capacitors, tube sockets, tubes, everything was made here. Now, I don't believe we make a TV set in the United States. I don't think we do. I'm going to have to gargle it. I'm sure if we do, it's an outrageous price. Because it's probably made in a union state. And we know what the unions have done to prices. Look at your vehicles. Look at what the average line worker at Ford or GM or Chrysler is making. It's insanity. My first full-time job, I think I was making $1.50 an hour. Now what are the wages? 20? 25 an hour? What's McDonald's? They start, I think around here they start at 15. That's why a Big Mac, you have to finance it. People think I'm joking. Try buying a full meal. Big Mac, large order of fries, a large drink. It's going to be $20. I remember when McDonald's burgers, hamburger was 12 cents, cheeseburger was 15. Of course, commensurate with the wages. But yeah, you could go to McDonald's for 15 cents and get a cheeseburger. 15 cents now doesn't buy you a pack of salt at McDonald's. Matter of fact, I haven't been in McDonald's in probably 5 years. And the last time I was in McDonald's, I got 2 filet-o-fish sandwiches because they were buy one, get one. Now I know why they were buy one, get one. Because you needed to put 2 together to make one fucking sandwich. The fish fillet was so fucking small. God, back in the day, the damn fillet hung out every corner of the fillet hung outside the bun. And the fillet was so tiny on the goddamn sandwich, they used half a slice of cheese. I took the first one out of the bag. I was like, whoa, I must have got a kid's portion. I went back inside. I said, do they have kids' portions now for the sandwich? And the girl went, no. That's the filet you ordered. So I took the 2 of them, and I put them together to make one. It was disgusting. I don't mind paying the price, but Jesus Christ, McDonald's, give me a whole fucking filet. And a whole slice of cheese. And be a little more generous with the tartar sauce. You can't even afford to go get fast food nowadays. The only time I go to get fast food is if they have like a super special. Like the one day Burger King had Whoppers. 2 for the price of 1. Then I go. That's the only time I go. I'd rather order a pizza. Because a lot of times, the pizza shop up the street from me will run a special. It'll be like $4 or $5 off a large specialty pizza. Then it's reasonable. Because I can get 2 meals out of a large pizza. God, how did I get from Sylvia the Dragon Lady to McDonald's? Oh. Must be your fault. Talk about getting off subject. Holy shit. We went from Sylvia the Dragon Lady to McDonald's. Not even close. That's why I need to write a script. Oh, can I get off topic? Of course, you can't say my streams are boring because the topic starts out one way and goes all over the place. And I hope I'm not echoing. I was happy yesterday. No echo. Let's hope for 2 days in a row. Because I didn't touch anything. When I did the playback yesterday, I was like, oh, no echo. Nothing got touched. All I did was turn everything off. On the mixer, I have one push button. That's it. One push button, on, off. Shut the mixer down. And then shut the computer down, because then that shuts down Prism and the interface. Because the interface runs off a USB. I didn't touch I didn't even go near a control. Oh, no. So, hopefully RB there's no echo again tonight. Maybe we can continue on without echoes. Or as you call it, reverb. Although I should call it reverb because back in the day, the echo chambers were called reverbs. I had one in my car. I thought it was the neatest thing on earth. You could adjust the frequency, whether it was a long echo or a long reverb or a short reverb. Yeah, it wasn't much. It was a black box that mounted under the dash with an on-off button and a control. That was it. A twist knob. And then it was really interesting how it worked. You unplugged the antenna. And you plug the antenna, the car antenna, into the reverb plug, and then you plug the reverb into the antenna. And then you did your positive and negative power connection. That's all there was to it. And it was the neatest thing. Oh, come on, we'll take my car. I got a reverb. Oh! Well, it was cool back in the teen years. I don't want it on the fucking stream. But I really think it was the other mixer delay control, which can be /echo/reverb. Because none of the microphones that are XLR have reverb, echo, control, delay, whatever you want to call it. This mic is straight. Nope, nothing. The XLR plug plugs into the bottom of it, into the mixer. Do I have an XLR? Yeah, here we go. Let me see if I have an XLR I can... That is an XLR plug. 3-pin microphone plug, XLR. That's what they call this connector, an XLR. It's the old school. Now, not super old school, because back in the day, a microphone plug was a straight phono plug, they called it. 2-wire phono plug. Well, then they discovered that you would get intermittence because the cable wasn't shielded. So that's where the third plug came in. It's a shielding mechanism so that you don't get any static or hum or hiss or anything like that. So the original was a 1/4-inch phono plug, then it went to XLR, and it was XLR for years. Matter of fact, XLR is still one of the most popular connections for microphones in the world. Where do you think, brand new XLR mic? This thing's only about a year old. They still make them. You want to take a look? Oh, you want to see microphones? Go on a website called sweetwater.com. Sweetwater.com. They sell all types of broadcasting and recording equipment. It's pages of microphones. I never realized there were that many microphone manufacturers on Earth. And 90% are XLR. Because it's still the preferred connection for microphones. Now, I do have in Studio B all USB microphones. I don't notice a difference. Everybody says, oh, the USB microphones are much better. I don't notice a difference. They're easier because it'll plug right into a computer. You don't need any connector, nothing. You know, like with my microphone has to plug into a mixer or a preamp. They do make a preamp where you can plug an XLR into the preamp and the preamp goes into a USB. Too much bullshit for me. One studio is all XLR, the other studio is all USB. The only reason I haven't been using Studio B is we did a redesign of the background. I didn't like it. We did another one. I didn't like it. So I'm trying to decide what I want to do. You know, this studio is going to be more oriented towards like this here. All the old gas signs, service station signs. I'm somewhat a back in the day type studio. That one over there, we're trying to go for the more modern look. Every time we do it, I don't like it. So that's why I haven't been using Studio B. I mean, I could use it right now. I just don't like the background. It's not to my liking. So, plus, all this equipment was what I started with. Not so much like this microphone. You know, I started with the golden microphone, but everything I started with was all XLR connection equipment. I'm used to it. It's from my time back in the day. Not that I don't like USB equipment. It's a lot easier to work with. The microphones, in a way, are better. But I still, to me, an XLR microphone, maybe it's my ear, but to me it sounds better than a USB. But I've got some dynamite USB. I'll tell you what, the Blue Yeti microphones that I've got, oh, outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. You know, Blue Yeti is a division of Lenovo. And whoever they hired for engineers, oh man, they did their homework. The Blue Yeti microphones are killer. I've got 3. One I bought that kind of matte, what the hell would you call it? I'll say matte white, but it's a little better than a matte finish. Like a matte pearl. Limited edition. I got it for a good price. I bought it. Then my buddy had 2 regular Blue Yeti microphones that I got from his wife. So I've got 3 really nice Blue Yeti microphones. Actually, I got 4. Because I've got the really fancy Blue Yeti mic that has all the sound effects and everything built into it. But it's a USB mic. So, And the Samsung G-Track Pro is a killer microphone. I was using that one for quite a while. It's just personal preference. You can take a USB microphone and use it with a laptop. So that means, if I wanted to do something outside, I could take my laptop, which has a camera built into it, my Blue Yeti mic, plug it into the laptop, and I'm ready to go. Because in my laptop, I've got Prism. So, weather permitting, I could take my laptop out in the backyard, sit down in a lawn chair, and do a live stream. Not that I want to, but that was another reason for the USB microphones. The convenience. I'll show you tomorrow. It's called the Blue Yeti Raspberry. It is it's like a miniature version of this in a USB microphone for on-the-go streaming. That was another reason for the USB microphones. So I decided to do 2 studios. Do one with all the old school XLR, and then Studio B, all the new USB. Personal preference. XLR to me has a little better sound. USB mics, convenience of being able to be on the go. Use them with a laptop. Can actually use them with a tablet and a smartphone. I have one that you can use with a smartphone. It's a little itty bitty Blue Yeti. That's what they made the USB mics for. But I like running my mics through a mixer. Old school. It all goes back to 1971 when I signed up with Wixie 1260 radio station. They had the Wixie School of Broadcast Technique. The studios were upstairs in the building where I worked. The title bureau was on the main floor, and 3 floors up was radio stations. I think they're still there. Wixie was an AM station. Wixie 1260 on the dial. They started their own broadcast school. Unfortunately, it was a shyster outfit because they screwed all the students out of their tuition because the school got shut down because it wasn't fully certified. Yeah, we all got screwed. We didn't get a dime back. We were in month 9 of our 12-month school. Screwed. Now, a couple of the guys that were with us went to, I can't remember the name of it. It's changed. There is another broadcast school that's on Rockside Road. And they became disc jockeys. Not big names, but they became licensed, certified disc jockeys. The one I lost track with him about 5 years ago, he was working at a country western Christian station out somewhere in Arizona. And the other guy was working at what the hell was it? It was a country western rock station in somewhere in some little podunk town in Texas. They're both single. Part of the thing of being a disc jockey back in the day and today is you got to be able to pick up and go on a moment's notice. You know, you may get canned from this station today, and a week later you're getting hired by some radio station or TV station out in the middle of Left Snowshoe, Idaho. You know, none of them became real big names. The last that I talked to them, they were making a comfortable living. But basically, like they said, it's almost like living out of a suitcase. Of course, you're always looking to better yourself. You know, if you can make a little more money at a station in Wyoming, then you go. It's not a life for a married person, unless you're a big name, although even big names aren't, their roots aren't down. Some get lucky, like the DJ of our day, John Lanigan, who retired, 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 6 years ago. He lived out in Bay Village. He was with WMJI for eons. And he was with the AM station before that, in the same building. So he was lucky to spend almost all of his career here in Cleveland. But not all DJs are like that. Not everybody's a Howard Stern, God, I'd like to have 1/16 of his money. Holy shit. But, he was from that era they called them shock jocks. And yeah, Howard Stern was a shocker. There are no two ways about it. But he became popular. And he got so popular, he was able to name his own price. You want me? You're going to pay me this gazillion dollars. And they did. I would like to see his paycheck. Just one. He gets paid monthly. I'd like to see one. But, you get to the point you name your own. You call your own shots. And many times, if he didn't get what he wanted, he threatened to leave. And then they gave in and said, oh, please stay. But he's like a 1 in a million shot. I had considered going to the school on Rockside. I think it was Cleveland School of Broadcasting or something like that. And then I gave it thought and it is a risky business. It really is. You don't see ads in the paper. Well, oh boy, am I dating myself. You don't see stuff online begging for disc jockeys to apply, In a way, I wish I'd have pursued it. Just to see what would happen. like I said before, that's the reason for my YouTube channel. I get to be that on-air personality that I never was for all 50 of my subscribers. Goes to show you how popular Grumpy is. I have 50 whole subscribers. Makes me cry sometimes to see some of these people, subscribers, 100,000, 200,000. Me, I'm trying to break 100 sometime. It took me 4 months to crack 50. I was hung at 49 for 4 months. But somebody got brave. Number 50 got brave and said, I'll subscribe. Even, when I was begging for number 50, I said, you don't even have to hit the notifications, just subscribe. That's it. Now, whether they're a nightly listener, I don't know. Anybody that follows me at least a couple times a week, I am grateful for. I don't know if I have nightly followers. If I do, oh God, thank you. Thank you all. If you follow me nightly, I bow down to you. Bow down to the people that watch us nightly. There. Oh, sorry, I almost knocked you off your frickin' perch. Come on, give them a good bow. A couple of bows, that's it. Yeah. Thank them. Because they're not only here for me, they're watching you too. How come you're crooked on your perch? What'd I do? Knock you? Sorry, let me straighten you up. Yeah, a little better. Don't give me no shit. Gotta look good for the camera. And people are watching you. Oh, do they tune in just to watch you? I doubt it. Jeez. He wants to know if any of you nightly watchers tune in to see him. Oh, jeez. Next thing he'll want his own show. The Grumpy Vulture Show. Sponsored by U.S. Department of Highways Cleanup Department. We bring roadkill to you. Oh, I'll have the whole Department of Highway people at midnight out on my front lawn and pitchforks and torches. What do you mean all we do is scrape up roadkill? Part of beautifying our highways. Matter of fact, he almost got lucky. The other day when I was coming back from, where was I? Family Dollar. No, Dollar Tree. I was at Dollar Tree. I decided to come down Bel Air and hit the entrance ramp to 71, but I stayed straight towards 130th. And what did I see? A dead raccoon. Kind of fresh looking. Laying on the side of the road. I was like, oh, I should pick that up. Nah, on second thought, no, he'll get spoiled. They'll want me to pick roadkill up all the time. But yeah, it was a fairly fresh roadkill. Not to mention the other day there was a squirrel down the street. I guess he zigged when he should have zagged. You ever notice a squirrel can never cross the street in a straight line? This way, that way, this way, that way, this way, that way, back this way, over this way, that way, that way. That. No wonder they get hit. Wait on the curb, look both ways. If the road's clear, run straight across. No, they wait until you get 3 feet from them, then they jump out in the street, and they zigzag back and forth and drive you crazy. And then they wonder why they get hit. Watch sometime. I have never yet seen a squirrel go directly across the street. They have to do 47 zigzag patterns, hoping you're going to slow down. Not me. If you're going to jump in front of me, you're taking your luck in your own paws, pal. I don't stop for anything. Well, a dog or a cat. Squirrel, raccoon, possum, no. If you're going to jump out in front of me, you're either going to get out of my way, or you're going to become his dinner, one way or the other. And the only way you're going to become his dinner is if he goes out and gets it. Because I'm not bringing it home. Because he'll want to eat it in my studio. I don't think so. I have enough problem with electronic equipment the way it is. I don't need him flopping a chunk of roadkill on my Behringer mixer. Last night, no echo. Fingers crossed, tonight, no echo. Although if I do have an echo, I'm going to hear about it. I'll hear about it. But like I say, after the stream last night, I just delicately shut everything down. I didn't touch anything. Well, yeah, I moved the microphone out of the way. See, it moves back and forth. See the mic? Classy, huh? My moon. Although it only lights up on this side. It says a moon right there. AMMOON. But on this side, it lights up. I could turn it around, but I like seeing it lit up on my side. I did notice with the stream last night, this mic is sensitive because the slide bar for the input adjustment of this mic on the mixer is set at 3. With the other microphones, it was 6 or 7. So, although we're talking a $700 mic versus the other one, which was $100. But, yeah, this is sensitive. I'll have to get that white one out. I can't remember what, the MXN or whatever. I wish I could get that mic to work. It's got a buzz in it for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe with the brand new cable I'll try it again. Although I could test it on the mixer. I do have an input for a second mic. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll test it. It's a matter of fact, this is $6.99. That one is $7.99. And I don't understand. I think somebody dropped it. I really do. I think the mic got dropped. Don't ask me why. It doesn't make any noise if you shake it. But sometime if you drop these, it screws up the condenser inside the mic. And I think that's what happened. Because my buddy never used it. And it was strange because when he bought it, he used it like every day. And then he tested a couple of new mics, and then he never used that one again. And I think he dropped it. I really do. Because that's the only thing that really fucks these microphones up is if you drop them. And it's not like you can go, rattle, rattle, rattle. No. They don't give you any indication until you hook them up. And like I say, that one's got a low-pitched hum in it. And I think it got dropped. I really do. And it's a shame because it's an $800 microphone. I think maybe that's what I'll do. Because I could test a second mic without touching any of the controls except for the slide bar for the second microphone. Maybe that's what I'll do. Because I'd like to use it. I hate to have it just sitting in its case. You ought to see the case for it. Oh, you would think that, it was uranium or something inside the case. It's a small suitcase, and it's got about that much foam rubber inside of it. It really cushions that mic. So if you drop the case, no problem. But I think he dropped the mic. That's the only thing that screws these things up. Well, that and short-circuiting them, but that was one of the reasons for the XLR plug. You can only plug it in one way. Maybe tomorrow I'll give it a test. Not on air. I'll test it when I come in. If it works, I'll have it operational. But if I get that low-pitched hum in it, that means it's basically scrap. Although I'm not sure if the hum... See, that's another thing I gotta test. Is it going to come through on your audio on your end, or is it just what I'm hearing in my headset? I've had that happen before. I get a hum, and it's internal here. It's not on broadcast. So if I can use it for a broadcast, I gladly want to try it out. Here I go, fucking with things again. I think I'll leave well enough alone. If this goes haywire, then I'll mess with things. Last night I had the perfect combination. Hopefully tonight I have the perfect combination. Like I say, I think that delay on the other mixer is going bad. That's the problem with electronics. They kick in, they kick out, It's like going to the doctor. And the doctor goes, well, can you duplicate what happened to you last night? Well, no. Well, how can I diagnose you if you can't duplicate it? It's like a friend of mine. He ended up in the hospital. Now, the guy is healthy as a horse. An expensive racehorse. And all of a sudden one night, he ended up passed out on the floor. His blood pressure just dropped. He was in the hospital for a week. They can't figure out why. Because it can't be duplicated. The doctor said, well, if I can't replicate it, how do I treat you? Well, my buddy said, well, what happens if it happens again? Well, hopefully you're near a hospital. But that's, with that MXL mic, it might be something on my end that isn't going to go through to the broadcast. I'm having enough problem with an echo. I don't need, a low-pitched hum to drive people crazy. I just leave well enough alone. If tonight's playback does not have the fucking echo, I ain't touching nothing. When I go to shut down tonight, I'm just going to gently push the off button on the mixer and then gently move the mic out of my way and gently take the headset off and smack the bird a couple of times. Nope, you didn't hear me say that. Is your lava lamp lava-ing? Let's see. Move out of the way a little bit. Oh, look at that. Your lava lamp is lava-ing. For the longest time, it wouldn't lava. I thought maybe the bulb was bad, because the bulb in the bottom heats the lava. But look, it's lava-ing. Oh, look at that. Isn't that cool? I have one in my bedroom. It's orange and brown. It looks like a volcano. I turn it on at night. I let the volcano lava. It's neat. It's a little bigger than that one. A friend of mine gave me two of them. They were a gift for 2 years ago for my birthday. He sent them to me. He goes, enjoy your birthday gift. I opened up. It was 2 lava lamps. I didn't think they still made them goddamn things. They were big back in the 70s. Oh, my God, everybody had. Back in the 70s, I had a lava lamp in every room of my house. And everybody I knew had them. And then they went out of style. And I thought they stopped making them. And when he sent them to me, I was like, what garage sale did you find these at? And he went, oh, you can buy them online. I was like, really? I didn't think they still made them. But as a matter of fact, there's a young guy, he's like in his 30s. He does a nightly stream on YouTube. He's got a neat green one. I got to email him and find out where he got it from. So, if some 30-year-olds got them, maybe they're gaining popularity again. I always thought they were cool. Matter of fact, well, you can't do it with a flat screen, but back in the 70s, I had one on top of my TV. That way I could watch TV and I could watch the lava-ing of the lava lamp at the same time. They make great night lights, too. But that one had quit for a while. It wouldn't lava. Now it's lava-ing. So I don't have to buy a $12 bulb. Yeah, I already checked into it. $12 for this little dipsy-doodle bulb that looks like a golf ball. But it's working. I think they're cool. I really do. I'm definitely dating myself, but I always thought they were neat. But see, when they went out of style, you couldn't get the bulbs. That was what ended up being bad with the ones I got rid of. It's a small bulb, but it's got a lot of heat. It heats up whatever that, I don't know if it's wax or whatever it is inside that lamp. I've never opened one up. But I'm glad they're making them. I found the website. But they don't have no green ones. I gotta find out where that guy got that green one. I just like green. I know, I'm fucking strange. I want a green lava lamp. All green. Not like that. Blue and white, that's alright. You know, I got it for free. I can't bitch. But the one that this guy's got in the background in his stream every night is all green. That's what I want. I want his green lava lamp. So I want to find out where he got it from. Everybody's like, oh, listen to Grumpy. Jesus Christ, he's talking about fucking lava lamps. You young kids, gargle it. Lava lamp. You know, like a volcano lava lamp. They were big back in my day. But now they're making a comeback, I guess. Although you don't see them at Walmart or, you know, Myers or Homeless Depot. So they're not making a big comeback. But you can buy them online. So, Mr. Lava Lamp, what do you say we call it a stream? Okay? All right. Where's my clicker? And with that, I will chat with you all tomorrow.